Hi guys, it is Aoife from Fred VC Died Laughing and I'm here with a thriller themed video. So yes, this was supposed to be recorded last week ahead of the thriller-a-thon and I was lazy and I didn't do it, so I'm going to do it this week instead. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of thrillers that I've read that I've really enjoyed, but they have had twists that I didn't see coming. So I think sometimes with thrillers it's kind of easy to see what might be happening ahead, and there's others that don't, and there's others that shock you, and there's others that just make you have that kind of gasp out loud moment, which I absolutely love. So I just wanted to talk about a few of them. I have 4 on my list here that I'm just going to talk about very briefly. The first one I want to talk about, I've talked about a lot because it's one of my favourite thrillers of all time, is I Let You Go by Claire Mackintosh. This one kind of follows this woman who is running away from something, and she ends up kind of finding herself a little refuge kind of on the corner. I think it's somewhere in Wales, and all we know is she's running away from someone and something that she did, and we know something that happened at the very start of the book, and we're connecting it with what she is running away from, and they are all connected, but halfway through the book things just kind of flip and we find out so much more about the whole thing that happened at the start of the book, and it is just so good. It's done so well, and it definitely made me, I remember coming home from work that day and I literally couldn't do anything except finish this book. I needed to find out what happened. I was just glued to it for so long, and I couldn't put it down until I had finished reading it. And I love when that happens with a book. I love when that book gives me that oh my god moment, and this one definitely did. I absolutely loved it. The next book I want to talk about is The Fourth Monkey by J.D. Barker. This is a particularly grisly thriller, like murder thriller book, and this one is about kind of a serial killer who seems to be doing something along the lines of the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, like Monkey. So these murders have been happening over 5 years, and eventually this body shows up that seems to be connected to this particular killer, and we follow this detective as he's trying to figure out what the hell is happening, because it seems like this kind of seems to be like one last message. And we are getting kind of, I think they're almost like diary entries in this book from who we presume to be the killer. And they're just super creepy, and it's really, really hard in this one to figure out who the killer is. And when it is kind of eventually revealed near the end of the book, I definitely did not see it coming. And it's kind of one of those things maybe you kind of see coming like right before it's revealed, which I don't always count as I saw coming, because you know it's that moment where like the author really kind of just lays it out on the page for you. But yeah, this one I loved. I think I buddy read this one with Kirsty over at Kirsty's Reviews. I either buddy read it with her or we read it nearly around the same time, and we both loved the twist. And I think there might be a second book coming out of this one if it's not already out, and if it is already out I definitely need to read it because it's really, really good. This one is one of those kind of thrillers that just has the thriller aspect, the mystery aspect, and like kind of the gory aspect, because there's some bits in this that are kind of gory and a little bit kind of will make you feel a little bit creeped out, which I love to happen now and again. Now I wouldn't be able to read it constantly, but I love when that happens now and again. I love a nice gory book. And the next thriller I want to talk about is Here and Gone by Halen Beck. This is another one that I've talked about a bit because I did really, really enjoy this one as well. This one is one that basically, actually to be honest, the twist in this book actually shows up on a lot of blurbs for this book, which really annoys me, because the twist in this one isn't actually like, you know, the conclusion. It kind of happens, it's kind of what happens to make the story get going, and it happens near the start. But I actually feel like you shouldn't go into this. No, all you should know going into this book is about a woman who is I think she might be running away from her husband, and she has her 2 kids in the back of the car, and then she's pulled over by a policeman, and that's all you need to know. And things kind of happen once that, things kind of start rolling once that happened. But when that happened, and things you know, as I said, start going, and one of the characters says something to this woman, and I was literally just like, no way that this is happening. This is what this book is about, because this is such a great twist. This is brilliant. I just cannot put this down now. And I loved that. And that's why I get really angry when I see blurbs that basically give that away. And it's so annoying. So if you do want to read this one, please just like pick it up and try not to read the blurb in the back of the book, or try not to read the blurb on Goodreads, because it could give away kind of the really exciting bit in this book. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this and really do recommend it. The last thriller I want to talk about in this one is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney, and this one is so interesting because this one, our main character is actually in a coma, and her husband is by her side, and obviously she can hear him, she can hear everything that's going on, but she can't speak or wake up properly. And all she knows is that she knows her husband doesn't love her anymore, and something happened to put her into this coma. And we are kind of getting flashbacks, we are getting moments of her in hospital in the coma, kind of listening to everything that's happening around her, and then we're getting flashbacks leading up to the accident that obviously caused her to be in the coma. And we're learning about kind of her work life, her family life. And we all know through, like, from the very kind of first chapter that she doesn't trust her husband. There's something going on with her husband. So we are all already going into the first few chapters of the flashbacks, kind of trying to figure out what the hell's going on with him, what he was doing, what's going on with her family. You're already kind of on high alert, and near the end of this one, this again kind of flips a little bit, and you figure out what really is going on, and it's just so good. The epilogue of this one, even, there was part of me that was like, when I read this, I was like, do we really need the epilogue, or do we not? And I still kind of flip back and forth between that myself. But there's times the epilogue was quite exciting, and it gives you that, like, oh god, okay. And I do love now and again when thrillers have those kind of epilogues where you know things aren't actually all like happy and dandy and happy families and everything like that, that you know there's still stuff going on and things are still as dark as they seemed in the book. The things don't just obviously solve themselves that quickly. I do enjoy that sometimes with some books, and this one definitely did have that kind of ending. So yeah, that is everything I wanted to talk about today. Please let me know any thriller recommendations you have down below, because I always love to have thriller recommendations, and any thrillers that gave you twists that you never saw coming. I would love to know them as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.